Okay, here once again I am revising the multiple alleles, right? Multiple alleles and ABO blood groups. ABO blood groups is one of the example for multiple alleles. So, what is multiple alleles? Multiple alleles means the gene has more than 2 alleles is called multiple alleles. So, ABO blood group is one of the example for multiple alleles. ABO blood groups in human being was observed by whom? Carl Landsteiner in the year of 1900. There are 4 blood group phenotypes in the ABO blood group system: A blood group, B blood group, AB blood group and O blood group. In 1924, Bernstein discovered that these phenotypes were inherited as a result of 3 alleles of the gene. So, 3 alleles determines the 4 blood groups was proposed by whom? Proposed by Bernstein, right? This gene is located on chromosome 9. So, blood group, human blood group is the gene controlled on which chromosome? On the 9th chromosome. ABO blood groups are controlled by the gene I. So, the gene is called capital I, and the gene capital I has how many alleles? 3 alleles. What are they? IA and IB and small I. And these alleles represents the antigens. These 3 alleles are represents the antigen. IA represents A antigen, IB represent and B antigen. These are molecular groups called cellular antigens that are attached to the surface of the RBC, where it is presented on the surface of the RBC. So, these are called cellular antigens. They are a type of sugar polymers that are protrude on plasma membrane of the RBC. It is made up of with sugar polymers. These are sugar polymer structures, and the alleles IA and IB produce a slightly different form of the sugar. IA produce different form of sugar, IB produce different form of sugar. When allele I does not produce any type of sugar, right? In the 3 alleles, which allele is not produce any type of sugar? Small I allele does not produce any type of sugar. Humans are diploid organisms. Each person possesses any 2 of 3 I gene alleles. So, humans are diploid or triploid? Diploid organisms. So, within these 3 alleles, any 2 only possesses, right? Humans are diploid organisms. Each person possesses any 2 of these, any 2 of 3 I gene alleles, right? Either IA or IB, either IA or I, either IB or I, either I or I, right? Okay. IA and IB alleles are dominant, and I is the recessive allele. So, which is dominant? IA and IB alleles are dominant, and which one is recessive? And small I is the recessive. So, IA and I are presented, IA only expressive, obviously, because why? IA is the dominant. IB and I are presented, which one is expressive? IB is the expressive. When IA and IB are presented, which one is expressive? Both are expressive. That is called codominance, we discussed. And RBC have both A and B types of sugars. So, RBC have either both A and B types of sugars, A antigen and B antigens, right? And these are 3 different alleles. There are 3 different alleles, 6 different combinations. So, 3 different alleles are presented, 6 different types of combinations are possible. Combination is nothing but genotypes are possible. 6 different genotypes of human ABO blood group. So, there is a standard formula, and into n plus 1 by 2, that is 6 different types of genotype. So, n is nothing but it indicates the allele number, right? Okay. So, 3 different alleles, 6 different types of genotypes. How many phenotypes? 4 different phenotypes: A blood group, B blood group, AB blood group, O blood group. Clear? Right. Okay, here clearly given. Human ABO blood groups. Phenotypes are 4: A, B, AB and O. Genotypes are how many? 6. We discussed here 6 genotypes proposed. So, A blood group person, what type of the genotypes? IA is presented, that is A blood group, and R IA and IE is presented, that is also A blood group. So here you can write a small I, right, because of small I is one of the allele. So A blood group persons consist with, A blood group persons have how many types of genotypes? Either this combination or this combination. In case both alleles are IA and IA, that is A blood group, or in case IA and I is presented, that is also A blood group. Why? IA is the dominant and small a is the recessive. So in this case, A only expressive. A only expressive means, A antigen only expressive means that is A blood group. You got it or not? Right. And B blood group, same. IB and IB, B blood group, as like that. IB and I, small I. This is also B blood group. Here also B is dominant on small I. So B only phenotypically expressive. So this is the combination. So B blood group person, for example, your blood group is B. So what type of genotypic combination you have? Either IB or IB or IB, IB IB, or IB or I. Either this or this, right? So AB blood group, two genotype combination possible, only one, IA and IB. So this is AB blood group. What about O blood group? Both are small i's only. Why? Whenever both are recessive, when recessive is phenotypically expressive, two recessive alleles should be presented. So both are small i's, then only the persons are O blood group. Now we got it or not, right? So four phenotypes, A, B, AB and O. 6 genotypes, IA1, IA, IA2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Clear? So A persons having what type of the genotypes? IA or IAI. B blood group, IB or IBI. A blood group, IA, IB, and O blood group, both are I. Clear? So how many alleles? 3. How many phenotypes? 4. How many genotypes? 6 in human ABO blood group system. Clear up to this? Right. Next one. Genetic basis of blood groups in human population. So here we can take it, we are discussing the both the parents having different types of the combination. So what type of genotype of offspring is formed? So what type of the blood groups of offspring combination should be forms, right? So from the parent, from the both the parent, from one parent one allele, from the parent 2 one allele. So how many alleles? 2 alleles are represented in offspring. So what type of the blood groups are formed here? See. So parent 1, so either here considered as here mother and this is father. Parent 1 is mother and parent 2 is father, right? So from parent 1, IA, from parent 2, IA. So what is the genotypic combination of offspring? Both are IA. Clear? Right. IA means which blood group? A blood group. Right, good. Next, parent 1, IA, parent 2, IB, right? So genotype of offspring what? IA and IB. So which blood group? AB blood group. Parent 1, IA, parent 2, small I. Parent 1, IA, parent 2, small I. So what is the genotype of offspring? IA and I. So which blood group? A only, because A is dominant on small I. Next, B, parent 1, IB, parent 2, IA. So what is the genotype of offspring? IA, here also IB or I or IA or IB, say both are same, right? So which blood group? AB. Next one, parent 1 B, parent 2 also B. So IB, which blood group? B. Parent 1 IB and parent 2 I. So genotype of offspring what? IB and I. IB and I means which blood group? B only. And parent 1 I, parent 2 small I. Small I means genotype of offspring what? Small I. Which blood group? O. Just you can go through with your parent blood groups, just match your blood groups, right? So what type of the blood groups are possible? Probability of the blood groups of offsprings here. because of the blood groups of offsprings, the blood groups of children is determined